Wrestling Time's Over is back again, and kind of a cold opening, I guess, because we're not an eyebrow. Where are we?
We are at the beautiful Honolulu Club.
One of the sponsors? How about it? We were at Square Barrels before. Second sponsor that we've been there live, so how about it?
Next one's Earl Kajioka.
I don't know how we're going to fit, but we're going to be at Earl Kajioka when they open. As you know, controversial we're going to be. He's going to open in Kajioka, that's going to be next year, so we'll do that one. Once again, yes, I am DJ Zack Morse, and the lovely, long-time close personal friend of mine to my left, the coconut girl in a high fashion world. Do you know what that came from?
I do not.
Brother Nolan. Brother Nolan is a singer. Local singer, Brother Nolan. You know Brother Nolan? Who is local anymore? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go with that two weeks in a row. We got a lot of stuff to cover here, so let's go with it. What happened on the weekend?
I had my girls' night in with my friends, not the Filipinos, just one Filipino, well two, but not the Filipinos.
You know other women besides Filipino?
I do, surprisingly. I know a Japanese.
Really?
Yes, by the name of Lauren. You may know.
Oh yes, that's what they call a coworker.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So we had our girls' night in, and this is what, I don't know, you know I'm 22, but I feel really old because what had happened was we met up at about 8 o'clock at Rachel's house. Kind of a late start, we did our cooking and whatnot, and then we didn't end up eating till maybe about like 11:30, but we were like drinking while we were doing it, so we ate, and then I totally like knocked out until maybe about 2:30, so like we were knocked out. We took a nap in the middle of girls' night, and then we started back up.
Wait, you guys went like a nap time or something? Where you guys eat, and then you guys boomerang, and then you guys go fall asleep, and then you wake up at what? What time do you wake up?
We woke up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then we did tie-dye and gingerbread houses, so like at 3 o'clock in the morning we were doing tie-dye.
What is tie-dye?
Tie-dye, like...
Making shirts?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? That's what people do?
These are wholesome activities, Eric.
That's what girls do? Okay, alright. You're not going to go manifest with the tie-dye, you know, turn up, boomerang, and then...
Girls' night in. Girls' night in.
Okay, so... If everything's changed, you guys have nap time, so I don't know what that's about. Okay, what else happened?
Just the Toys for Tots here at the beautiful Honolulu Club.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so that was on Saturday, and then Sunday I was with you.
Hey,
at your
where did you go?
At your place.
Oh, yeah.
Another location of our here.
Yes,
right?
yes, the turducken party.
Yes.
The third annual turducken party. The duck stuffed in the chicken, stuffed in the turkey.
Yes.
Did you like it?
I like it.
Okay. Yes. Oh, it's a 5-mic automatic.
How did you find out about turducken? Like, where did this come from?
Well, if you follow on Thanksgiving, they have football, and every time John Madden was the commentator, he would have the winning team, the MVP of the game, eat his turducken. He would have a turducken on the field where he would eat the turducken live, and that's how I found out about it as a kid.
And you're like, oh, I have to try this now.
I mean, you just say it and you're trying to figure out what it is, and then when someone tells you what this is, even more you're like kind of puzzled with what this is, and no one sells it. So you gotta go find where it is. I think Costco got it for like, I don't know, like $69. And then you don't want to buy it for that, so then you go online. And I went to this place called Gold Belly.
Gold Belly.
And they specialize in frozen, like exotic stuff. Shout out Sky Cameron for telling me about Gold Belly. Yeah. They have all kinds of stuff. You can get stuff from like New York, Chicago. You can get the deep dish pizza from the Chicago place. Cats. How old was it, turducken?
Did they fly over here?
It was flying over here, yes. It comes in the dry ice. It comes in 3 days.
Wow.
It's not going to become a commercial for Gold Belly. Yes, it comes in 3 days. No shipping, free shipping. It was on a Black Friday sale. This is just going to be an infomercial. It was a Black Friday sale, $50 off.
Wow.
So I got it for $100.
Steal. Steal.
So that was it. And then we had, of course, that is also rare time I would swear on the show. We had the third annual also Shitty Movie Night. And if you didn't know what Shitty Movie Night is, it's where we watch shitty movies. And it's the third time we've done this, and we had a movie that you never saw.
No.
New sound effect, everyone. Kawhi Leonard. So we had Shitty Movie Night with Cool as Ice, starring Vanilla Ice.
And I was only there for
yeah, you got out of there real quick, didn't you?
there's some pretty cringy moments there.
It's pretty awful.
Drop that zero.
Yeah, with the hero. Well, the fact that the movie opens with a 5-minute song with choruses galore, and that alone makes you decide whether you want it in your life or not. But it's one of the best awful movies. It was at the tail end of Vanilla Ice. You know Vanilla Ice?
Yes, of course.
Sure, everyone knows. And pretty much after that, he was done. So,
do you think it was because of that movie?
There was a lot of things before that, but it was that really sealed the deal. So that was a great one. Then we saw, well, you left already, but we saw Stone Cold, featuring a football player by the name of Brian Bosworth.
Name sounds familiar.
Really?
Yes.
He's known as the Boss. He's played for the Seattle Seahawks. Linebacker. And all his claim to fame was getting destroyed by Bo Jackson. That was pretty much his highlight.
That's probably why.
That's all he was there for.
Bo Jackson.
And then he just went straight to Stone Cold. He just said, I'm just going to make action movies and then bad movies. So then that was the second movie. Did you go anywhere after the introduction part?
I went.
Oh, that's right, your own soul. You got it.
The theme was hot turkey, cold movies, remember? It was cold as ice.
That's right.
So cold and cool as ice.
Oh,
See, there was a theme there. You gotta have a theme here, yes. You gotta have some cold,
I was not
ice, turkey. That was it, yeah. So, join us next month for Jaylene. So what news of the week here that we've had? You have a lot of stuff. I was impressed. You have a long lineup of stuff, so we're going to try to knock this out quick here. So what we got?
You might have seen clips of Beyonce from a recent show, but it was not at like a public show kind of thing. It was actually for a private wedding in India.
Okay.
Private wedding, so her bookings are set to start at $2 million.
Cheap, right? Yep.
But it turns out the dude who did this, he runs a corporation called Reliance, and it's like worth like $130 billion.
Based on Houston. Yes, that is based on Houston. Reliance. That's an energy company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why probably Beyonce did this.
Maybe.
Because this is a Houston-based company. It's an energy company. They sponsored the stadium for the Texans.
Oh wow.
So this makes sense now. She probably didn't want a discount. $2 million. So then you pose the question here.
Yeah, because this is all word of mouth and stuff. So she was only the pre-wedding show.
She was a pre-show.
How do you top Beyonce? Well, in my how do you
She's
top?
gotta get Jay-Z. Just get Jay-Z.
Really, right now? We thought we had this conversation.
If it's a guy, well, if it's a guy, he's okay. Then get Drake. Put Drake in there. Drake, $5 million.
That's how you top Beyonce.
$7 million. Okay, Michael Jackson. What else do you want to do here?
I'm just saying, that's really your answer.
It's probably some guy, right? It is a guy that owns this, and he probably wants to see a guy. That's one thing I know. Because Beyonce would be a headliner. There's no one that can.
That's what I'm saying. Like for pre-wedding.
This is a sexist planning, is what this is. This is a sexist planning by this guy.
I like how you never know. Everything he's saying.
You think I defend this guy? I'm not going to defend him. I'm going to be like, he should have Beyonce as the main event. And then you put, I'm going to put Ja Rule or something in there. I don't know. Put Kelly Rowland in there. I don't know. So then that puts it to, see, it's working. It's delayed, but it works.
So Beyonce's like the best of the best. So someone made a claim to being the best. We had Jehzan, we've heard of him, right?
Jehzan, yes.
Yes, he declared himself the king of R&B the other day.
There go Jehzan open doors.
Is this like trolling level 1,000, or is this like strategic?
It's a strategic move. Yeah, you're not going to come out and say the king of R&B just like that. You're trying to get that for us to talk about him right now. That's what we're going to do, right? Because everybody knows the king of R&B is just only one man.
And that is
Mr. Keith Sweat.
all time.
I'm so joking.
Okay.
It's not
He owns his publishing.
He owns his publishing, yes. Keith Sweat concert I heard was a phenomenal event in Honolulu. So I don't know who you call the king of R&B.
I don't know. I feel like it's hard to like put an all-time one because I feel like it's kind of evolving. You have your different times.
Right, different generations, different time frame. Right. So if you had to say right now, who would you consider?
King of R&B right now.
Oh, the Usher?
Usher.
No, I feel like that was maybe like the 2000s, but I wouldn't say
Chris Brown.
I feel like Chris Brown's still also in the 2000s. He hasn't really come up with. I mean, he's still kind of relevant, but I feel like a new scene is coming about.
So who's the new guy?
Trey Songz. Black.
Trey Songz is also for me. So
That's
I would say Black. Maybe Black is in the contention. I would say Miguel is in the contention. I would say there's a lot more artists on the scene now that I feel like is in this new era.
So you want someone to be really new, a real new guy.
I feel like that's just where you can be fair and break this up, you know? Like I feel like Trey songs, or Kelly, they're all like that, kind of like a past kind of R&B, and now coming up with something a little bit different.
So it's kind of like when you compare LeBron to Jordan, you can't do that because it's two generations. You can't compare the same situation. Makes sense. Well, more music stuff.
Something loosely music related. Post Malone.
Yeah.
He just did a collaboration with Crocs, and they sold out in 10 seconds.
Okay.
No, 10 minutes. Sorry, 10 minutes, but it might as well be 10 seconds.
Let me tell you something right now. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay. First of all, no one in the damn mind should be wearing Crocs. From Crocs first came out to Crocs is now. There's nobody that should be wearing Crocs. Anybody wearing that, they think it feels good, they're lying. They're lying. No one. The reason they're buying this is because Post Malone has his name on it, probably his signature, probably has a depressed face on it. They're going to sell on eBay along with the Supreme stuff. That's all they're going to be doing. Crocs. Nobody's wearing Crocs. Negative 69 minutes.
10 minutes, but still, like, that's a really
10 seconds would be fine. Can't imagine, but that's...
So it's just people jumping on the wave because it's supposed to be on it.
It's just because his name is on it. They're not going to wear it. They're going to keep it in their bag or...
What's the last time you've seen anyone wear Crocs?
I try not to look down, that's what makes it. I don't even have an idea. But, and anyone that's wearing it, the timing is what matters. There's no one. They're just going to keep it in the bag or whatever it comes in.
Okay.
And they're just going to leave it and sell it on eBay, and that's about it. What else are we going to do? What's the next one?
So, in Westford, Vermont, there's a man who built a middle finger statue to dispute the town officials. So apparently he spent like $40,000 to build this thing, and like police probably feel some type of way because it's actually not against the law. But the reason he did this is because he was trying to get like a permit to build on his own land. They keep giving him the runaround, so yeah, he just builds this statue of a middle finger right in the...
I like it. Tell everybody F off. I mean, it's his property. So then you're saying, so he's charging...
No, I found this on Twitter, and then someone said, hey, like, you know, you could totally make this a thing, especially now with like today's generation. Everyone's like, if you know, they probably roll through. This is like, this could be a landmark where people are like, hey, let me take a picture with this big middle finger.
Make the money.
Yeah, make the money. So
that's good. You could easily do that. I like it. I like it. This is a smart thing. In Vermont, no less. Who would have thought there's people in Vermont still? Okay, what else we got?
Alright, so there's lots of stuff going on in the world of comics. Comics, yeah, I'm not huge on it, but I feel like everyone, kind of as a general population, has gotten a little bit into it just because of all the shows that come out.
People reading comics?
Not reading comics, just comic book based.
Comic book based things, okay.
So we've got like Doctor Strange, they've decided that they're going to have a sequel, and then they're also, I guess,
Doctor Strange, okay. So this is going to lead into like Avengers, the trailer, right?
Yes, that's where it's going.
Well, here's the thing I want to talk about, the first Avengers, all right? Now, you know what happens to Doctor Strange, right? Turns into dust, right? And you got they're all holding Thanos, right? They're trying to get the glove out, and they're right about to get the glove out, and then you got Chris Pratt coming in, punches him, you know. You swear to get bubble gums, right?
Here, yeah, I remember that.
So he comes in, he screws up the whole thing. Doesn't Doctor Strange have the time stone? Can he just like reverse that right then and there and then just go and say
Did he say that there was only one?
There's only the one option, so I guess okay, the one option is for him to go away and okay, that's fine, okay, you reload that. Spoilers everyone, if you haven't seen it, forget it. So then the Avengers trailer, okay, so
I actually haven't watched it, but you watched the trailer.
You didn't miss on it. Okay? It's just everybody sad, they're looking at each other. And then there's this one thing about the trailer I want you to see. So they go to Captain America.
Okay.
Captain America is cleanly shaven. Okay, now he had a beard in the first one. Right?
At the end of the first one?
At the end of the last Avengers. He has a beard.
You think that they'd be a little more careful with that?
Well, you think if you're depressed that all your friends are dead, you would not shave? You would kind of just let the beard and just let yourself go? Like, you know, when you're depressed, you just let yourself go. So he has to shave. He's like, you know what, I'm sad, I gotta shave now. I find that a little weird. You just let yourself go. Okay. Everybody's sad. The whole trailer is people sad. Okay. So leave it at that. I guess I won't spoil it. It's just people will be sad. It's not telling you anything. And when it comes out, he waves, and then it's about it. So it's whatever. it's whatever. It doesn't tell you anything, but everybody's gonna probably be rewatching it again and again and again. Shout out DJ Largo. So, what else we got? Well, Aquaman.
I'm excited for that one.
You guys and Momoa.
Yeah, Momoa.
Let me tell you something. Okay, you saw Momoa on Jimmy Fallon. Did you see him on that? Yes. So I never heard him in an interview aspect kind of thing like Jimmy Fallon. He sounds kind of like an oaf. Like he just was like very, like he looked too excited to be there. Like it just something was not right. Like he was on some type of narcotic or some sort. Lisa Bonet's in the bag. He's giving him something. It just didn't look right. So he's not media trained. So if he wants to be a bigger star, he's got to get media trained. He's got to get that picked up.
You don't think people like the candidness like they do for Cardi? No?
No, they're just staring at him. All the women are just staring at his body. That's all they're doing. He can say whatever he wants and nobody's going to care. But he just came off as like he was a little odd. Not all the wires were in, you know. So I didn't see Saturday Night Live where he was hosting that. So how he pulled that off, I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't. So there's that. Yeah, what else we got?
Other stuff that went on this weekend, I personally didn't watch it, but Hawaii's own Max Holloway.
Oh yeah, that's right, Max Holloway.
Did you watch the fight?
Right on tape, yes. I watched it on the IG Live.
Oh.
As shout out Legal. Everybody was showing it, so you might as well jump on there. And it was a hell of a fight. You didn't see any highlights of it?
I did not.
Okay, yeah, but he's back apparently because he was having a lot of trouble coming back because he had a lot of these brain issues, head issues. Dominating form. I mean, it started around. I'm not sure what the round was, but it was dominating form. So who knows? Let's go about this guy. Hey Jay, you watched the Holloway fight? What round he won?
Fourth round.
Fourth round. There you go. Is it?
Fourth round.
Yeah. Was it TKO?
Starting the fifth round, doctors called it out.
Doctors called it out. Domination. Yeah. Domination. Yes. So thank you, Jay. So with that said, he wants to bring UFC to Aloha Stadium. Aloha Stadium just had 3 events. What do you think?
I think it might be a good idea, especially since they're not having Pro Bowl there anymore, right?
No, but they are going to have the Rams come here as a preseason.
Well, there's that. But other than that, I feel like Pro Bowl is a big thing, and I feel like it's a big UFC to watch. It's a good thing.
Oh, totally good.
Make sure, we're all up to date with it.
Just get security ready.
Yeah.
Get the SWAT team ready. Somebody might possibly die if UFC.
You really believe so?
I think, imagine, every moat from here, wide-eye, not a coolie down there, somebody pushes someone the wrong way, and that's it, 5 guys dead. So, I'm just saying, it's 30-some thousand guys in there. I'm beginning to like it. It's just going to be a dangerous situation, so just get the automatics ready. So, speaking of this, what else do you have here?
So there's a man, I guess, by the name of Patricio Manuel. He had his debut and became the first transgender male to not only fight but win the U.S. professional boxing match. So transgender male, I believe, if I remember correctly, woman to man.
Okay.
What do you think about this? Is that a feat because it's woman to man and she was
woman to man, beating a man?
Yes.
That's pretty impressive. A woman kicked a man's ass. I think. Right? That's what you're saying. Woman to man. She was a woman.
Yes.
No, man. It's like a song. Isn't it?
So it's admirable because it's woman to man, but if it were the other way.
The other way would be questionable. Right? So with that, I say, hey, more power to her, to him. Yeah, what else we got?
Yesterday, Dwayne Wade and LeBron played each other for the last. What is that thing? It's like the end of an era, is it not?
All I'm saying is this, okay? They both entered the draft the same year.
Yes.
LeBron's averaging 28 points a game. Wade is leaving the league. Melo is out of the league.
End of an era.
I gotta say, that's impressive. That's amazing. I mean, granted, he's a little bit, a couple years difference, but that's impressive. LeBron is the greatest of our generation. And that's it. Wow, man, he's on the Lakers.
Yeah.
So, you good with this? You're a LeBron fan, or what are you doing?
I'm a Laker fan. I respect LeBron as a basketball player. He's a wonderful basketball player.
Yeah.
He is not the greatest of all time.
Very good.
But he is a great player.
Okay, I take it.
also in the basketball world, Steph Curry, he was on a podcast.
Get the laugh ready.
He said that he doesn't believe that the U.S. has landed men on the moon.
Yeah, do that a couple times. Keep pressing. Just keep pressing. Yeah. So you see, I always knew something was wrong with that guy. Okay, I told you, don't trust these kind of guys. What is he trying to do? First of all, that show, I checked out the clip. They're all high when they're doing this, right? The hosts were high.
Oh, were they?
The hosts were high, and I think the smoke went into his brain, and then he decided to just play along with it. Because who else was on the show?
I think like
this is Vince Carter and baseball.
I forgot who else was in there.
Baseball does weed out. He's probably doing that. He's giving Vince Carter and all the fumes are going to Curry. He's a small guy. He's going to, so he's just out of his mind. He's going to retract this like tomorrow. If he doesn't retract this, he's a damn fool. He's an idiot.
Well, NASA has actually offered to take him on a tour around their facilities and all that.
I saw that.
Maybe it's a low-key promotion, maybe?
You know, I like the conspiracy theories. That's what's always fun and all, but I mean, when that is enough. It's stepping right out.
So I see on here we have a note for a professional cuddler. What is that about there?
Oh, okay. Yes, okay. So I got a message from this woman on Instagram promoting her cuddling business. So she's a professional cuddler. All she's going to do with you is spoon you or cuddle with you, and no sex. No sex, you cannot touch, nothing. $1 a minute. So if you're stressed out, if you're just tired, you just need a hug. Well, she's going to interview you first to make sure you're not some of the kind. And then, which automatically that's what you're going to think this is. I mean, like,
yeah.
So then I'm thinking, like, I could never do this because like a minute in, I'm going to be wanting to grope her at this point. I'm not. Who's going to be cuddling with a girl? She's kind of hot too.
Yeah, okay.
So I can't see any guy that's going to be looking at her straight in the face saying, I'm just going to be able to cuddle with you, that'd be cool for an hour, just to hug you for an hour in bed, mind you. Okay. And then she's not going to wear like revealing stuff, but she's pretty hot. Something's going to happen. You know, I'm sorry. So then I proceeded to think, what if I could try to do this? Be a cuddler.
Yeah.
Could never happen.
No.
There's no way it could happen. I'm going to have to pick and choose, of course. I'm going to pick and choose what I'm going to do this.
You can get me too.
And exactly, and it's going to turn out to be a mess. Yes, exactly. Jaylene, can you be a cuddler?
I can.
Yeah, you're pretty platonic, yeah.
Is that an insult or?
No, I'm just saying. I think you got the barrier.
Okay.
So maybe that's what she does. She has a barrier and she can do it. But $1 a minute. Any guys out there, Jane Ads, you wanna go cuddle?
$1 a minute?
Yep, there you go. You can be we out here on the IG story cuddling. You know, do that kind of stuff. Do whatever you do. Exactly.
Maybe guys are sick of being big spoon and this is their opportunity to be a little spoon. Maybe they have to pay for it, but you know.
Didn't quite think of it that way. No, that's not going to be the case. They're going to want to rope her, they're going to touch any kind. It's not going to work. Professional cuddling.
I should look into it.
Maybe, actually. You might have a shot. What we got?
Looks like we've got that topic.
Oh, we got a rant?
Yes.
Oh, we're going to go into this? We have time for this?
I think so.
Okay.
At least for a little bit, right?
Okay.
Insecurity in a relationship.
All right.
Is that long or just make you have...
Well, countless stories I hear about this. Guys always insecure about their girlfriend. Girlfriend always insecure about the guy. Jealousy. Where you stay? How come you don't call me back? How come you don't text me back? All this kind of crap. All you guys gotta move away from the insecurities that you have. You gotta if the guy gonna cheat on you, if the girl's gonna cheat on you, let him. Screw it. Set him up after. What does it matter? Okay.
Looking at the crowd's reaction right now.
The person should have enough confidence to be like, you know what, I'm cool, you go out, go hang out, whatever you're gonna do.
Oh, no, totally.
Go out with the girls, go out with the guys, whatever, and just be done with it. Don't be on the phone, texting any kind, and checking their IG story where they are and all this stuff. Just let it be, because it's just gonna stress you out. It's gonna lead to nothing positive. So just get everybody, you know, like all the guys, they gotta get their balls unstapled from their thigh. And once they do so, then they become a real man and they don't have to do anything. Women, I don't know what you got unstable or stable, but you get the idea. But that's what I'm saying, like too many insecure people. You know what I mean? Like, do you see this?
I see it all. I see it, but do you think it's unfounded?
In regards to what?
Like,
as far as
and like people, you don't think there's any kind of basis for people to have these insecurities, like, at all?
it's insecurities because they got all the social media and they're looking at everybody doing stuff and they're at home on the toilet looking at all this stuff, scrolling up and they're wondering, why aren't I there? So then they get sad. And then that creates the depression that is a trending thing in,
That we've said before.
right, in the maybe under 35 demographic. Everybody's sad, everybody's depressed, woe is me. So then that creates insecurity at bars. And then,
Yeah.
sorry, nobody caught that. But then, okay, thanks. But that's the problem, that it's social media on top of being depressed and leads to all of the insecurity.
What about the idea, this is something I was thinking about, like social media giving like the false impression of options.
As far as what?
As far as like relationships and other people and interests. I feel like before, maybe like, you know, a lot of this interaction had to happen in person, but you know,
right.
when you're on social media, you get all the guys, all the girls liking the pictures, hard eyes this, hard eyes that. So
right.
there's always like a sense of maybe having other options if things don't work out with your person or, you know.
Right, but that's where you hide behind your phone, right? So
Yeah.
you can go send out all the messages to everybody and see, you know, WYD, and then you see what happens. And then you send the eggplant, and then you see what happens. It's all trash. It's all, and it's leading to emotional problems. And then that's why these dates don't go anywhere. That's why people can't find anybody, and that's why people have a hard time finding relationships. Because everybody's all insecure to figure out who that person is, and that is the problem. So
this feels like a problem more so for my generation. So someone not quite of this generation, do you have any advice for us?
Well, okay, it all comes down to confidence. You just got to build confidence. You have to have confidence in yourself and confidence in you that you are going to be okay. You don't need a guy. You know what I mean? It's just in your regards. You don't need to be dependent on a man, and you don't need to be dependent on dating someone or whether. You just take care of yourself. Do you, as they say. Do you? And then you do that, then you won't have to worry about it. If something happens, it happens. But when you meet that person, don't be so hung up on that guy that you're going to have to be texting him all the time and wondering where he's at. Thus the insecurity. That's not going to happen. You can't pick good people. It's too tough to do it. It's hard to do it. If I were single right now, I'd have a hell of a time. No, I'm being single too. Because social skills aren't really the best. So you have that situation. You can't meet somebody in person. You're going to go meet them all online. It is tough. So main thing, bottom line, is just take care of yourself and just be confident with yourself. The end. Yeah. So this concludes the round of the week. For one, better or worse. We gotta take a break here. What time we got? Yeah. Let's go take a break because we got two guests this week. We got from Senia, we got Kajioka. He's in here. Yeah. We got Jehzan is in here. Show. Good time's over. Let's take a break. Yeah. It just never gets old. I don't know else to say it, but we're back. Our first guest, world-renowned chef, co-owner of Senia in Chinatown, Honolulu. Please welcome Chef Kajioka. I forgot you did this song. All right. Thank you very much for being on. You're a busy guy, man.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And you're off the bat, there is a connection already. Jaylene with the Yolani.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Generations apart, though.
Yeah, I'm going to say what grade did you forget it, I'm not going to say that. So was that around that time when you were in Yolani, the time that you realized you wanted to be a chef?
Honestly, since I was like 4 years old,
Yeah.
I always wanted to be a chef. So,
Wow.
you know, no cartoons, cooking shows. So, you know, I didn't really waste any time.
Wow.
So,
Really?
Just something.
You just returning the channel, or how did you get onto the channel?
Honestly, I don't know. But
wow.
Yeah, it's like it's the only
Oceanic for the win. Okay. I don't know how that's amazing. That's amazing. So, Jaylene graduated. After Jaylene, what happened?
I went straight to culinary school. So during high school, I worked, when I wasn't playing sports, I would volunteer in restaurants. So from 15, Roy's, High Steakhouse, all the restaurants I used to go to, I guess. And so right from Jaylene went straight to New York, upstate New York, the CIA. And stayed there for almost 4 years. I did the bachelor's program there. So stayed in New York for a while, and then after New York, I moved to San Francisco.
Okay. So from San Francisco, then was that from then to Hawaii?
No, so I actually lived in San Francisco probably 4 different times in my 20s and 30s. So I went to school in New York, lived in San Francisco for about 3 years. Then I moved back to New York for a job for 2 years. And then I moved back to San Francisco. And then I moved back to Hawaii for about a year, and that's where I met Sky. And then I moved back to San Francisco. All for jobs. I moved around probably every 3-4 years.
That's the two cities to do it.
2 cities to do it. So
what finally brought you back here?
Job. It's actually a wife's job, finally. But and then obviously just starting a family.
So you always know you wanted to come back here?
Absolutely. I think, although in my early 20s, Hawaii wasn't so fun, versus living in New York City, San Francisco. But the older I got, the more I wanted to come back. I think every local kid wants to come back and show what you learned, whatever. So that's what happened.
And that was Vintage Cave?
Vintage Cave, yeah. So I moved back when I was 28. We opened that when I turned 29.
When was that? That was about late 2009?
No, it was 5 years ago.
Really? Wow. You've heard of Vintage Cave?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you know about this one. It's underneath where should be, you should be, right? Very mysterious place. Don't run by this man. It cost $69,000 per person. See, it works. You'd be there and it's all like...
Have you been there?
No, I have not. But it's ominous. It's just the pictures alone.
I walked past it and I got like an air of mysterious.
Chills.
Yeah. Were you part of it? You said you were in it?
Yeah, so I was there before, I got there before it was finished construction. So the owner, I was in San Francisco, the owner was kind of bothering me for about 2 years to come look at it. And at that time I wasn't planning to come home. But near that end of the 2-year mark, my wife got a job back here. So that's when I was like, I might as well just look at it. And then when I saw, because sometimes it's just bullshit, I'm building this $20 million restaurant, whatever. And when you see it, you're like, oh shit, it's crazy. And I can't really think of a better kid for my first kid to be the exec chef. Just do whatever I want. So
yeah, I was reading an article and it said that basically, I guess the owner kind of just gave you like that let you do whatever.
It doesn't happen everywhere.
No,
it probably never happens, but
that never happened here.
No, ever.
That was amazing.
So were you kind of putting that concept together at all? Or you just kind of into it?
It's definitely not my concept. That's why. So I didn't want my first restaurant to be that expensive, obviously. Because one, none of your friends can eat there. Two, expectation of people coming in.
The expectation alone.
My first 20 years old, having to impress people at that price point, it stopped it. But kind of setting up for the next, setting up to investors and just I got my name on it, so it's good.
Yes, you also know that everybody just eyebrows were raised. Just amazing. So then from there, led to Senia.
So there, actually after there, I got completely burnt out. that experience. Obviously, if you never saw him, and I was working probably 60, 7 days a week, like 100 hours a week. You know, because I think more of the pressure to me, having that price point, having to deliver every time. And I had a very small team there, because I really like to be very active in the kitchen. I like to touch everything. But completely got burnt out. Just literally took some time away. I went to San Francisco and kind of just traveled. I was actually planning to go to Australia for a year with my wife's blessing, just to, I just completely just, So I moved to San Francisco for a few months and just kind of got refreshed, and then I started working on Senia.
And you are a co-owner?
Co-owner. Yes. So I have two partners. And my two partners, we actually used to work together in New York per se. So we have a long history. Always kept in touch. And in the beginning, I wasn't planning to open with them, but it kind of just happened.
That's Anthony Restaurant. And then that concept started when did that open up?
2016.
Wow, it's been that long.
2 years. Wow. Yeah, 2 years.
Jaylene, have you heard of Senia?
I've heard of it. I've never been there before, so I'm curious as to how you put that concept together. You said you did vintage, so this one did you come up with by yourself or with your help?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the way the industry's going now. It's a nice restaurant. The way I like to eat when I'm with my friends is sharing order a lot of food, and nobody orders their own thing. So we kind of built it on that preface. But you can also have, a tasting menu 4 days a week where it kind of shows where we train, I guess, our training. But it could be a special event, or you could drop in for a little house if you want. It could be a lot of things for everyone. So that's kind of what we wanted it to be. And we always like Chinatown because before Andrew from Big, it was pretty. It's still grimy. I mean,
it's still grimy.
But he really Lucky Belly guys. Now it's like
it's evolved a lot.
Now it's the restaurant place. There's so many restaurants there. So I think we're right at the beginning of that. Now there's so many restaurants.
It's totally out. Hotel Street.
Yeah, it's great.
If you were saying we were going to hang out at Hotel Street 20 years ago, roll their eyes.
Speak to the city, we're going to hang out on River Street. And that's like.
Then things have changed now. That would be scary.
Then you get to the skies.
He can go by himself now. So I gotta say this, and there's gonna be a kiss ass moment right now, and I rarely do these kiss ass moments. I have to say, and since you haven't been to Senia, it is hands down my favorite restaurant. It is hands down, I think, the best restaurant on Oahu, as far as a high-end dining. And I'm no joke, because every time that we've gone, it's just amazing. And it's the presentation too. If you're into the presentation thing, it's all little works of art and things that you would see on the menu that you would not think you'd want to eat, but you end up liking it. Like they have a thing called a barbecue beef. That I hate beets, right? And it's amazing. It's like you're eating barbecue. It's the strangest thing. It's like stuff like that just gonna kind of throw you off.
And you're the mastermind behind these creations.
Yeah, I mean,
so how do you come up with them?
So that's a perfect dish to actually talk about because not a lot of people like beets. And
no.
There's a lot of vegetarian and vegans that come into the restaurant. That dish is completely vegan. So how do you make something that's a vegetable taste like meat? You put barbecue sauce on it, you smoke it, right?
There you go.
So I mean, essentially, we make our own barbecue sauce. We roast the beets and we smoke the beets with the barbecue sauce. So it tastes like much more than just like vegetable, beef. So it's a richer flavor. So and that dish is just full of textures. It's like sunflower seeds, crispy quinoa. It's a dish where I mean, as definitely a person who's not a vegetarian, obviously, I would go on that one.
And speaking of non-vegetarian, the Wagyu short ribs is insane. Woo! And I tell you what, let's give it up for short ribs. Because one, it's all, and you would think in a high-end setting that you're not going to get enough portion. You feel
that's what I'm thinking.
You're going to go Jack in the Box after.
Like little,
right.
Little tiny.
They're not going to happen over here. That's the thing. It's a lot. The Wagyu short rib is automatic 5 marks, 10 marks. It's automatic. We're going to take it. It's amazing. And I have to say, since we have you on, thing that would kind of take it over the top, if I may suggest. If I could be so bold, can get rice a lot. There's no rice in there.
You've never asked.
Noted.
Never
okay.
Asked.
I mean, we get high up in the bag, we get high up underneath, you know, we don't have to show anyone.
That's a frequent request with the short rib.
Okay.
Luckily, we have staff meal, we have rice left over.
There we go. That's right.
Or Andrew's always willing to lend us rice. I mean, literally every night.
Next door.
Yeah. So you think we get smarter and just make rice, but it's one of those things. You gotta ask.
Okay.
What about your truffle rice? What about the truffle rice?
Truffle rice?
Truffle rice?
Yeah, you do that too.
Wow. Secret menu guy? Okay. Or no. Okay.
Secret menu.
It's ridiculous.
You heard it here
Amazing.
Truffle rice.
Everybody gonna tell me that we were right.
Oh no. Okay, so that you got that alone you gotta go for it. The short rib is amazing.
And is this a fixed menu, like you're taking us to as long as it'll go, or do you guys update the menu?
So actually, we try to update the menu as much as possible. We have a big menu change tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but certain things that always stay on the Wagyu short rib is like the most popular things. The beats are changing a little bit, but still gonna have the same kind of components.
Is the ahi with the brioche gonna be there?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a special, but
Making sure his favorites are.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You've heard me trash restaurants, man. I'm telling you right now. Shout out to the I'm just saying, this is 5 mic automatic spot.
So this is kind of your end deal, Senia, or are you working on something else?
There's something else.
Yeah, something else. We're working on bar.
Chinatown stuff?
No, not Chinatown. We're gonna Weekend Kajioka.
Oh, okay.
Partnering with Justin Park, Tom Park.
Oh, there we go. Shout out Justin.
And, they're very good friends of mine, but Justin, I hold him, in a very, very high regard. Just watching him.
We get clients. It's public school, you know. Just check.
And he's out of, from a craft person, he's out of different level.
Yeah.
And that's, so, them asking me to work with me, of course. So, we're gonna create a bar that, obviously bar that doesn't really have food. So I'm gonna bring that aspect of trying to get this bar to another level. So, super excited.
What's the name of this one?
Morse.
So we call bar Morse.
So it's gonna be a little different. The only detail I can tell you is going to be a standing bar.
Oh.
It's going to be like Japan.
Okay.
So, drink rails. It's going to be fast paced and it's going to be good.
All standing. That's gonna be
When should we expect this? Coming soon?
Hell of a
3 weeks. Good enough.
Coming soon.
Shout out Dave Newman. So it's all standing bar, and okay, so Morse is that like where'd you get that name from?
So Tom got that name. It's a Japanese influence. It means mixture of mango.
Okay.
So that obviously can apply to drinks, food. Obviously I'm very influenced as well, Justin, Japan.
Right. Justin's all about that as well. Yes.
Our kind of mecca. So, but definitely influenced by Roman in New York, food especially. But I mean, I want to work out. The only projects I want to do are the cool projects. Not really looking to open a spot and make a ton of money.
Yeah.
But rather open the best spots.
Right.
So that's what I'm interested in.
So this is going to be so Morse is a Japanese word? Okay. Because as I was looking this up, there was no line above any of the letters.
So there is,
you know what the local people are gonna do?
Yeah, maze, and that's what our logo actually is. It's a maze. So
yes, that's the thing too. So,
yeah.
so local people get ready. Wow. And then the standing thing, I think, is gonna be great. You can see who falls first. So it might happen. But it's gonna be taco style.
I was eating a French fry.
Okay, fine. What's the concept of food?
Yeah,
it's just standing up and just eating small things?
Definitely small plates. Just things that, not normal Hawaii bar food, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's say you get bar food in like New York or San Francisco more. Okay. So charcuterie, we're making our charcuterie.
Okay.
I think for the first time, I'm trying to do as much local as possible.
Yeah.
Just more conscious, but Rio should probably make an appearance there.
Oh, okay, so you're going to intertwine some stuff.
Some stuff, yeah.
Okay, great.
Whatever makes sense.
Yeah. So no timetable for this one?
Soon.
Good enough.
Yeah. We're in for permit, so.
Oh, got it. So both will be kept open. You're going to still be a part of both Senia as this is going on, right?
To me, Maze is a cool project for me.
Okay.
Senia is always that's the baby. Yeah. So I'm very much a part of that day to day. And I plan to be forever.
Justin's going to be still doing Bartender.
Same thing. I think we look at it the same way. Bartender is the baby.
Yeah.
Maze, it's a cool project. I would assume that Maze is going to be very busy. But I have someone good who are going to write it on my head, and Justin has.
Got it. Shout out to Mr. Honolulu.
Mr.
Honolulu. He's probably gonna have to take over. And shout out to the guy in the washer guy. Who's the guy that?
Chef Chris.
That's right. Yes. He made an appearance at his favorite restaurant in Zippy's. Remember previous shows? He was on here and said his favorite restaurant is Zippy's. Not quite Senia, but. Jaylene, what do you got? Any final questions before we let this man go? Anything you got? No. Okay, that's it.
Shout out Nick Hammond.
Shout out Nick Hammond. How's Nick Hammond doing? Is he still alive?
He's still alive.
Okay.
I think he's actually better than ever.
He's better than ever? Oh, because, yes.
Yeah.
Shout out Inside Joke, everyone. He's in love.
He's in love.
Yes. Negative 69 people again. There's a few people that do. And we are proud to say he's in love.
Yes.
He's funny.
He's a good guy.
Yes.
I give that guy a hard time from the minute he walks into my building, but I love that guy.
Yeah.
And he's in love.
Yes. Very good. Shout out for clapping for Nick Hammond. You ever Nick Hammond? He might be just a slow. He may be on a boat right now. They don't know what he's doing, but he's a good man, and he's a guy that if I had my way, would have him on the show as well, because he's knowledgeable about all this stuff. But yes.
Can I ask a question?
Here we go. Yes.
What keeps you sweating in the kitchen, man?
What keeps me sweating in the kitchen?
Yeah. What do you love about the kitchen? You stay in there, and now you got control, you got creativity, you got a lot of fun, which a lot of chefs they strive for, and that's what they strive for. Is where you're at right now.
Yeah.
What keeps you there, man? What got you there?
What got me there is obviously passion. I think everyone knows you don't make much money. You can get there, but obviously the 90% don't make a lot of money. But I like teaching, honestly, and I like seeing a cook coming in and where they are when they leave my kitchen. I think that's most gratifying. I think legacy is a huge thing for me, and I think your cooks, if you don't want them to be better than you one day, then I think you're selfish. I think, like I said, opening cool projects and the best projects to me is a legacy, as well as the people who work for me. That's a legacy too.
Right. Yeah. Just basically just keep your sanity. Just keep you going. Right.
Also, I'm a bit of a micromanager, honestly. I like touching everything. So there's times when I feel like see them doing something, and I was like, I can just do it better, so let me just do it. But you know, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely. None of my cooks can ever say that I'm not at the restaurant. You know, I'm always there. You know, grinding with them. So I think, yeah, that's what.
That says it all.
Yeah.
That's the proof of why it's so great, because you have that hands-on.
Yeah.
And you just keep doing what you're doing, man, because it's great stuff. Jaylene, you better hurry up.
Yeah.
Woo! You gotta take it over. Let's take a break. Thank you very much.
I'm rocking it like it's fresh out the pan. Only I'm taking pics on the man.
That was the best one. I think that was the best one. Okay.
Definitely.
All right, we are back. And before we announce our next guest, little news and notes of the show. You're going to be out of town.
I am. I leave on Thursday night.
Okay.
Yes.
This Thursday night, you're going to be back the new year.
Yeah, I'm not going to be back till the 6th of January.
Okay, yeah, so with that said, next week will be our Christmas show. December 18th, we'll be at Highbrow. We're back at Highbrow. We're going to have a guy new to the show. I've never really, I'm going to meet him for the first time. His name is Kevin the Catalyst. He'll be on. And Angry Wobots will be on, the pandas.
Yes.
Kajioka art, just think Kajioka street art, that's all that stuff. He sells pandas online for like $69 million. And then we're also going to have DJ Compose will be there. DJ Anik will be there. It's going to be a big party without you. So, isn't that
What a
great?
great lineup.
Go figure, huh? Screw Jaylene Christmas.
Well, look at how
So,
we have to get to fill in my spot. So I
That's a
feel
good rebuttal.
honored. I will feel honored.
that's a good rebuttal. That gets a sound of some sort. And then for the new year, we're going to have the year in review show with Rob DeMello. You'll be back.
Yes.
January 8th. We're also going to have Jimmy Taco be on. We're also going to have, are you familiar with the models? The models that are around the town.
The model.
The models that do the Instagram model. We're going to have our first Instagram model.
Oh.
Yes.
Exciting.
Ready for this?
Male or female?
Good call.
Valid question.
How excited will you be? Well, we're gonna have a female one. Is Moani Hara. She's Miss Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, the
You
new
know
culture.
this?
Yeah.
Moani Hara is going to be on this in January. And she's going to be bringing a man by the name of Flash.
Flash.
Yes, he's a holly guy that's really out of control, but he's going to be a part of this thing as well. Flash hands, you know Star 1019? Maleko?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The more holly guy.
Oh.
Yeah, so he'll be on. So yeah, so a lot of stuff coming up. So with that said, our next guest is a Hawaii rapper and the host of On the Daily Hip Hop. You can find her performing this Friday, December 15th at the Irish Rose in Waikiki. Please welcome Jehzan.
Friday and all that 90s stuff. Can I call it 90s?
Yes, it's
90s shit. My parents, they were pretty young. They had me like when they were still teenagers. So I was just around that hip hop shit. Filipinos, like we'd be breakdancing, we'd be DJing, we'd be singing karaoke. So that's just, it was just, you know, that angst, that like eagerness to always like be like, that's just us, you know. So that's just kind of how I got into it. But long story short, I went to like this kind of like poetry camp sort of thing at UC Berkeley back in high school.
Yeah.
So that was like the first time I was exposed to like, you know, like critical conscious thinking about like social responsibility and stuff like that. So they allowed us to like do poetry or rap at the end to like reflect on what we learned over the day.
Right.
So that's kind of like the first thing this is like maybe over 10 years ago already.
What high school you went?
Honolulu.
There you go, public school. That's how.
Yeah. So
That's how.
that was like the very, very beginning back in high school. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So where do you draw your inspiration from for your content? Like, what's your message? What do you?
That's a good question, and it's changed like over the years because I always thought that it was like I just wanted to like showcase myself, but deeper than that, it was really because just growing up in a single parent household, my parents split when I was real young too, so there's a lot of drama and shit that comes with that, So people were always telling my story for me, telling me about my mom, telling me about my dad, telling me about myself. Till this day, Filipino did me. Oh my God, like literally, like on Facebook, I was already dealing with that just recently. But I just hip hop is the way that I can like authentically be myself because I'm also getting older. So in my professional job, there's a certain way you gotta act. In your other places, as you get older in your family, there's a certain way you gotta act around your family and whatnot. So in hip hop, I feel like that's like my most authentic self, where I tell like my story in its most like raw form, and it's fun. On top of all of that, it's a fun genre. I never got into country. I don't know. It never. I liked reggae, but even when I look back at the reggae I liked, there's rapping on like reggae songs.
I believe that's the Hawaiian music.
Yeah. I think about like
something else.
Yeah. You think about like pop tea. That kind of stuff.
No, that's a whole other topic. But you have a lot of hats you wear because you have a lot of stuff going on.
Right.
So you have to put on all kinds of. Go down the line of all the things that your projects that you're in.
Like it's just kind of interesting. Like a lot of people, because like in Hawaii, like we look young for a long time. Like we're gonna be carded for a long time.
Yes.
And like I try to tell people like I'm not a kid. I've been in the army. I run my own business on top of like being a rapper. So I feel like it's not like rap is separate from all I do. I take all of my experiences from my job, from doing all of that, and I just put it all into my music. So that gives me context as an artist. So I represent hustlers out here in Hawaii. I want to show like Hawaii people that you just gotta get it.
Exactly.
It cannot be like, oh, we live in Hawaii. There's no exposure. Like I'm a girl trying to do hip hop from Hawaii.
Exactly.
Are you kidding me? You know what I mean? So just gotta put yourself out here. This is, what I mean, and now we're here talking about it.
So kind of touching on that, that was gonna be my next question. Like knowing that the hip hop scene is we're not known for that here in Hawaii, and then on top of that, being a female, I mean, we try to play around it, but do you feel like that gives you an advantage, a disadvantage? How do you feel about that?
I think it definitely gives me an advantage. Obviously, like in the broad spectrum of things, females in hip hop are usually just video girls, but that's only like what mainstream hip hop really shows. If you really go into what's even happening local here, there's a lot of other MCs. I'm not the only one. I made myself the hashtag for Hawaii female rapper, but it was kind of like not to put myself on, it was to showcase that we can all use that hashtag, we can all show, because there's lots of people in Waianae, there's people in North Shore. I'm just the one that's in town, so I have access to everybody out here.
Well, you're the one, like you said, you're pushing yourself out there and you're doing what you basically need to be doing if you're in some type of media profession. It's just strange that a lot of these guys are not doing this. We've talked about this for months. Like, why is that the case? And for you to be doing this as a female.
Do you feel that the local scene supports you here? Do you feel that?
Honestly, I mean, this is something I've been doing since high school. I actually, like, they don't really know this, but I used to work with, like, Ozma at Pizza Hut. So he used to, like, drop me off home sometimes. He probably doesn't remember, but, like, he used to, like, drop me off home sometimes, like, on his way, on his way to, like, all that kind of stuff. I knew, like, Jay Wisdom, I don't know if you guys know him. So I was just around them, but I wasn't, like, the cool person at that time. I was in high school still. So, sorry, the question again, just going off about being female and stuff. I've been going hard, especially like this past like 2 years. So I think over time people have really like, gravitated towards me. And I think at the same time, I feel like rappers need to understand that if you want to be taken serious, or even like take yourself serious, you are a business person. You are a brand. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's how it is. And when I really chose to take that mindset after I graduated school and stuff like that, that's where I really started to like propel myself, and that's why things have kind of been happening a lot in the last like year or so, especially. But people really do fuck with me out here, and I really, really appreciate it, because it could be another way, So,
You got a lot of stuff going on this week, so like, what's going on? You have a whole lineup of stuff. You're busy every day.
I know, I just Anyways, so random, tomorrow, you guys know Paramount Network?
Yes.
Okay, so they're filming like a female veteran special here in Hawaii tomorrow. And tomorrow, like literally at like noon, I have to go to Hilton Hawaiian Village. They're gonna record me doing like a workout with, not just me, but like it's a whole group of like veterans doing like a workout at the Hilton Hawaiian Village.
Oh, okay.
So the viewing, like the show is, or like the workout is open to the public, but the people who are being like interviewed and like recorded are the veterans, so I'll just be in the mix. So that's gonna be an issue. I'm not really like I don't really consider myself like all about working out, but I couldn't say no. You know what I mean?
How many people they got to do this? It's gonna be music.
I have no idea, but it's gonna be like out. It's like a whole thing. It's called like. They called it MMA, and I thought they actually meant like MMA, but it was like a military veteran sort of program. They're trying to like help us transition outside of like military life, so just kind of being another person out there. So this should be pretty
exposure.
Fun. Yeah. And then Saturday the show at Irish Rose,
And that's going to be is that Friday or Saturday?
Saturday. Yeah.
Is it just going to be you, or is it going to be a?
So I'm like the featured artist. This is put together by Star 101.9, so shouts out to them for coloring and stuff. And also I just want to shout out the homie Kaika from Lava Rock Promotions, because he's kind of how I got connected with them in the first place. So shouts out to everybody supporting the girl. But yeah, Saturday this weekend. I have like a couple hype men coming through just to kind of support, and then I have like, hopefully I'm hoping to get clearance for some of my dancers, because some of my dancers are underage, so they need like their manager to stay with them the whole time. You know, venues they gotta watch themselves.
Oh, that's right.
I'm just waiting for their go, like their green light, and then everything can start. You know.
Have you seen the footage of one of her performances? She don't mess around. Her dancers are nice. It's the whole thing. It's not just some guy just standing there looking depressed. It's like, you got a thing.
That's kind of where we rock.
No, that's why she's very impressive here. So she's figuring this all out, which is a lot of what these guys should be doing.
Yeah. So are you trying to build locally first and then dabble out, or like are you kind of doing both simultaneously?
Yeah.
What's your plan here?
As far as like music, like taking it fully seriously, long story short, in 2015 I entered this rap contest for this underground like label / collective called Team Backpack. They featured a lot of like underground artists on there. And so that was it was in Los Angeles, and that was the first time that I got exposed to like, a lot of motherfuckers want to be rappers. You know what I mean? I was in Los Angeles. It was my first time like meeting people from New York, meeting people from Cali, West Coast, East Coast, and representing Hawaii. There's people from Guam there too. So it was really cool. So that was the first time that I realized like, whoa, like hip hop is really like a business. It's not just like open mics and posting shit on social media.
That's the nicest,
It's so much more than that. So that's kind of how I got started, and I kind of just took all that inspiration from that conference and started just, you know, boots to ground, I guess you can say. That was 2015. I graduated college. I went to HBU.
Okay, married now.
Hey, really? Yeah, and I got a business degree. So like this is all premeditated, you know? Got a business degree, learned a lot about marketing, branding, and just like overall professionalism, because that's part of it too. So a lot of times people are like,
a very underrated part of it.
Yeah, like a lot of people are like, you know, like no one fucks with me, no one. I'm like, well, because you don't know how to write a fucking email.
Exactly.
Like, you don't have a business card, you don't have a website, you don't have a press kit. It's 2018, it's 2019.
You see,
you know,
this is why she's on here. Because of this very time, they need to wake up. Because that's
so. I guess segueing, that's how I started my On the Daily hip hop blog, just showcasing not just Hawaii artists, but of course I'm based here, but I interview you know, artists from all over the United States and Guam and Canada and going off into other places. So really, with the internet and a smartphone, like there's no limitations. But these are all skills that I've built over the years, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at. Good questions, guys.
Yeah, just want a quick one. I just wanted to delve into this. As far as music influences, as far as like hip hop music, who did you look up to hip hop wise that got you here?
So like growing up, I think I grew up in the era of like Nelly and T.I. like the early 2000s. So as much as I do say like 90s hip hop inspired me, it wasn't like I was watching Tupac at 4.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
If you were to say that, I don't mind. Because I know that's not.
Yeah. So I came into that era at the same time, there was like Mary J. Blige at that time. There was a huge like R&B element in hip hop genre, Ashanti. So I think they came up in a really like cool time right before the internet blew up. So to answer your question, Missy Elliott is a huge inspiration to me. I would say she's probably the most popular one. But I also came up in the ratchetness of Trina.
Five mic songs she's got.
Yeah, like early Nicki Minaj, you know. So that's kind of what it is. So I have a mix of like, I guess you could say like lyrical rap mixed with like that cocky raunciousness. So I play with that. You know,
you need to go into all. You need to tap on everything because that's what it is. A lot of people don't do that. They just want to stick to this, and they're gonna say it in public that I don't even know. I only like Rakim. I only like Tupac at 4. I mean, that's the total lie. So when you see female rappers, what do you kind of go towards more a little Kim, or I'm gonna date myself, or like an MC Light? Like what would you see yourself, or would you see something like a Nicki Minaj? What do you, as far as your rhyme style, or your overall, as far as your lyrics?
Nicki Minaj or MC? Wait, did you say Nicki Minaj?
Nicki Minaj, Little Kim.
No, I'm sorry. No,
just wrong, like, because actually Light had a great voice, but she wasn't raunchy. Little Kim was raunchy, great voice, but she would do that to kind of get you to open your eyes, right? Nicki Minaj kind of was a combination of the both, and do you see yourself in those kind of realms?
It's really kind of hard because it's hard for me to be like, I sound like Lil Kim. People are gonna be like, you ain't from the hood, you ain't from the hood. So I don't really want to say that, but as far as like the confidence and stuff, it definitely comes from like Lil Kim, Trina, like Nicki Minaj. Even like, you know, R&B elements like Beyonce and stuff, like all of that influences females, you know. So I think we live in a time where the female power is like really changing. There are misogynistic females in rap. There are lyrical female rappers in rap. I think I was just watching an interview with Meek Mill earlier today, and he was saying like hip hop is such a huge genre that there should be subgenres. Just like, you know how people are like, oh, I play violin. Do you play contemporary violin? Do you play blues or jazz? Same thing in hip hop. And I think we're living in an internet age where you can kind of be wherever you want to be. You just got to choose like where I'm at. So I think I represent like that 90s nostalgic feel mixed with like that Trina kind of confidence. But at the same time, like I have like my own sound and stuff like that. That is influenced from Hawaiian music because that's what I came up in. Middle school, I was all about like that Blink 182, Simple Plan. So even if you guys just play Waste My Time, like that was inspired kind of like the sound wise by, if you know that song like Blink 182, the Don't Waste Your Time. So like as far as like the sound, the sound of the inspiration, so just drawing a lot on that. What's happened in my music recently is like my girlfriend used to tell me like you can spit, just like that, like right after high school. You can spit, everyone can spit, but can you make a song? Can you make a catchy hook? And it's not all about like making a hook, but it's part of it nowadays. Because most of the time, especially like if I was to rap just straight bars right now, people would be like, that's cool you rap. But if I had a hook, if I had a story, then people are like, oh, I really like your song. Then they'll really like look into it. Because a lot of people can spit. You go outside, a homeless person can probably spit.
Spit on you. Spit on you. Yes. Most likely that'll happen. So the song that that kind of works. So it's only fitting that your song is the song that it is, because we do a segment called, as you know, Take Time, Waste Time. And Fair, let's pull you in on this one for a few. Jaylene, do you have one you can throw out, or?
Somewhat hip-hop related.
Well, real quick, take time, waste time. If you don't want to talk about it, you just say waste time, get out of here. Or you just, if you have something you want to say about it, you just say it.
Ty Dolla $ign was recently arrested on drug charges in Nevada. He's facing 15 years in prison. And maybe to get the years going. I don't know if you know this, but Demi Lovato had some issues with drugs. But, you know, for her situation, her and her drug dealer were interviewed. And obviously she was sent to rehab, so she got that outcome. G-Eazy, also in the hip-hop scene, and his girlfriend, Halsey, they were seen smoking coke. Obviously still out, so. Any thoughts on this?
You know, I'm an avid 420 supporter. That's it. That's about it. I drink a little, but other than that, no. What's interesting is like, obviously there's a drug problem. This is more of a mental health
Okay, so
totally. Yes.
Drugs
so separate.
yeah.
It's not a drug problem, it's a mental.
Drugs come from people not being in the right mental or emotional state.
Yes.
You know?
Looking for that vice to get them out of there.
But as far as like rappers and new celebrities getting like caught up in that, it's just sad, because people are talented out here, but we saw what happened to Whitney Houston. We've seen it over and over again, and the sad thing is that mainstream hip hop continues to glorify stuff that destroys our community. We're reaching a point now where like young cats who I see coming out of high school, even in Hawaii, they're talking about weed, and it's like, really? Like, don't you see that we have a fucking problem out here? Like, meth is a real thing. You know what I mean? And I don't know how these kids are getting drugs, but they are. So it's just sad, And I feel like when you get to a certain point of success, like, you don't want to be associated with that bullshit, but people do get caught up in that stuff. So anyways.
Well said. What else we got, Joe?
You sent me this.
Yes, you just said yes. Let me pull this one up.
Oh.
Okay. So our good friends at Uber Eats.
Cool.
If I can pull this one up. So a guy in Florida ordered Uber Eats, and in his food was soiled underwear. As the story holds, so this is we're family. So this was yesterday. This was just yesterday. A guy ordered food from Uber Eats. He finds dirty underwear in his food. Soiled underwear.
Like in the container? Or
In the container. Literally in the container of food.
Oh my god.
Take time to waste time on it. Soiled underwear. In your food. What would you do first thing? You open the thing?
My first reaction is just WTF.
Would you smell it?
But let me talk about these apps like Uber Eats. Because I was in San Francisco, it was cold for Hawaii standards. It was cold. So I was ordering takeout like a motherfucker out there. So I didn't use Uber Eats, sorry, but I used this other program they have called Grubhub.
Grubhub, yes.
So I want to say like the issue is that sometimes it's not the restaurant that's fucking with you, it's the third party.
Right.
Obviously, because like not all Lyft drivers are the same, not all Uber drivers are the same. So that's where the line has to be drawn with like these companies that do these they sell convenience, right? But then
So there's so many guys that can hire.
how can you check like they don't have an Uber manager? You know what I
There's no Uber
mean?
manager, there's no Uber, check the
But
underwear.
WTF about the freaking
I mean, imagine that driver. Clearly he put that in there. He had to, but he was just like, what's going on in his mind? He's driving over there, and is he like, he had to go to the toilet? And he doesn't know what to do, and he didn't want to be embarrassed by having a soiled underwear. Let's put it in the food. Let's hide it somewhere. So we have that one. Okay, we got one quick one. Here we go. Do we have another one? Or do I have? It's another one. Oh yeah, these are like breaking news ones. Okay, so it's PETA again. Our good friends at PETA.
The pets. Yes.
So let's pull this one up.
The pets thing.
It's PETA, the people for the ethical treatment of animals.
There we go, yeah.
Once again, these guys, not all oars are in the water for these guys. They say some crazy stuff. So they're trying to change America to old American sayings. They're trying to change them to be more pet friendly. So instead of kill two birds with one stone, they want you to say feed two birds one scone. I'm not making this up.
No.
I'm not making this up. Yeah.
No.
Instead of be the guinea pig, be the test tube. PETA. Okay? Once again, they try their damnedest. Take time and waste time on it.
I'm Filipino. My people don't treat animals well. I'm not saying, okay, I just need help. I went to the Philippines for the first time last year. My first day there, my first breakfast there, I saw like 2 animals there. And every day after that, because that's just...
Do you think there's any vegetarian in the Philippines?
Well, me and my girlfriend are very close. We don't eat pork or red meat. We've done that for almost 2 years. So even when we went to the Philippines, we didn't eat any pork. We were still eating red meat at the time, but ever since like this year started, no pork, no red meat. Yes.
Max is on Manila.
Yeah.
Jollibee, still get the chicken and the spaghetti.
Yeah, we
I still get there though. Is Jollibee's okay? Like, you know, since I have 2 Filipinos, should I go to Jollibee's? Wait. Is it worth it?
I'm sorry. I don't say that. You know what's funny though is like in the Philippines, every fast food restaurant has a chicken and rice plate. Even McDonald's has a chicken and rice.
Oh, so that's just the thing. What kind of rice is it? Just regular rice?
That's how we rice? Filipino.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, people culturally have different kind of rice.
It's just like speaking on the sensitivity of the new age, like this whole kid thing, going back
Of
to
course, yes.
like it's
He
like
doesn't know a bit about that.
No, because you know what's
That's why they're out of their minds.
is that something I know it's kind of a little bit tied into your what you do. Is that something you take into account, like how sensitive it seems like
how
now? Yeah.
topics are.
Yeah. Yeah. Now if you just
There's no filter when I'm rapping. I might talk like in context about a song that I said something crazy.
okay.
But on the song, I'm not changing what I said. You know what I mean? About
I like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, fuck the police. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't say that on any of my songs. I was quoting NWA.
And with that, we think. So tell us again, recap, what's your busy week like again? What, you
Okay, so tomorrow I have a workout.
We're gonna watch your workout. Okay, so we're gonna do that.
So that should be cool. Saturday show. And really, like, this is a lifestyle for me. I'm not like, I record one album and that's all I do for the whole year.
Yeah.
I release music like pretty much on a weekly basis. I record. I do everything in-house. It's taking time, but my girlfriend is really like my main partner in this. Like, she's helped me get computers, studio equipment. This is all from my house. She's my main shooter for all of my like events and interviews.
Oh, so you're recording in home?
I record in home.
Everything's on the okay.
I'm not a producer. I don't like really mix and master. Only because like I don't love that part of music. I love the concept of learning about production and stuff, but I leave that to the people who really like want to do that. You know, like there are a lot of people who do that. So nowadays, like as long as you have a pretty decent, like I record with something like this at home. It's all in the mixing and mastering, which we can outsource and send it. Even like mainstream rappers, like they don't really get influenced together anymore. It's we send you the beat, this is the concept of the song, this is the hook, record your verse, and then that's just how it is. Like that's how moving.
That's true.
So for our listeners, how can we get to your music? Where do we go? Where is it from?
Okay. Shouts out everyone who's tuning in, and thank you guys again for having me and
Thank you.
share all my stuff. All my main stuff is on my website www.jehzanexclusive.com, JEHZAN exclusive.com, and that's that same name. Jehzan Exclusive is my handle on like all social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, the whole
thing.
Yeah, so it's all Jehzan Exclusive.
Any other questions, Jaylene? You have anything? Okay, very good. Because we're gonna do a little game. It's a new game that we're gonna debut, and
Put you on the spot here.
it's gonna put you on the spot here, and it's gonna be called Moat Battle. And it's a new thing we're gonna unveil tonight. So Moat Battle is basically we're gonna go back and forth, and we have to outvote each other.
You guys.
You're out of this one. We'll keep you out of this one. And I have some more water for this one. So in 5 words or less, you have to outvote me in that thing. We'll figure it out how we can. So you can go and you can say you can outvote me in 5 words or less. You can outvote me in 4 words or less, or have you. So we'll just for today we'll just keep this open. Okay. So it doesn't have to be any type of context. It doesn't have to be regarding any topic, because most don't really have any topics.
And you said it doesn't have to like have a conversation back and forth, just phrases.
Much like regular conversation, there's no really context back and forth.
This is why I can't be in it, because I don't really.
It's not my go-to slang. Like it's
right, I can tell. Yes, you speak well. So, you ready for this one? Okay, I'm just going to throw something up. For example, okay. Why?
That's how they do that all the time. Look at her, Kaneke.
Yes.
Yeah.
For what?
Dude, I honestly can't. I'm not gonna front and act like I get like I'm not.
We appreciate you trying to keep it going for a moment. So that's just a sample of what's going to happen in the future.
I'm so sorry, I'm not the person to do
once again, Jehzan, I tell you, you're a busy gal. Check her out, Irish Rolls on Saturday night. Yes. And we're going to take a break here, we'll close it out. Yes, Jehzan, everybody.
They don't understand, but I gotta try it. Y'all finna know about your head. Sorry, mama, I can't do the 9 to 5 shit. Don't get it twisted, I remember all of your night shit. So Christmas time, you can cut me.
So I guess we'll just close it out. So we'll just do this. So what have we learned, Jaylene, as we close this out? We're going to be going away.
Yeah, I won't be back till the new year, so.
Yeah. So we'll have fun without you.
Yeah, with your big lineup. Who's coming in next week again?
We're gonna have this guy called Kavit, the Catalyst. We're gonna have
Sounds familiar.
Angry Robots, Pandas galore, Tyler. So both of them, we go way back to college. We would be at Senia at 3 in the morning, and we're gonna be talking about our rubbish. So that'll be fun.
I actually know where that is.
I hope so. Really? Okay, here's factoid of Senia. Okay, so. When you would go there, we would go there back in like 2000, 2001. It would be all of us like at 2 in the morning. And you would get the chicken katsu curry, and they would have a thing where you'd get the chicken katsu curry, you'd get shoyu ramen, you get gyoza.
I know this.
And that wasn't there, it was there because of us. We invented that thing for them.
Well, I thank you.
So you're welcome. So they never had that until we got there, because they noticed that all of us would keep ordering it.
That same thing.
And so they made it and put it on the menu. So that is just one of the stories we'll talk about. So we'll talk about Senias for an hour, and then DJ Compose. Pretty much the Addiction crew will be here. Yeah, be DJ Annette.
We're not here at Highbrow. We're back.
We'll be back at Highbrow, yes. Back at Highbrow Room Tuesday night, 8:30. Bless you. And then shout out to our sponsors, who I think he's going to be there as well next week. The controversial Earl Kamaki. He's still talking shit about 840 right now. Square Barrels, Honolulu Club, which we are here live. 7th floor Honolulu, which we're literally on the 7th floor. Zack company. I still got that Patreon thing going on, so in case you want to.
Feeling generous this Christmas season.
Might as well. I still have 2000s mix coming in.
Oh.
You DJ, right? Don't you? Did your dad teach you how to DJ?
Yes.
Did you make something?
I would love to, but you know, nursing school is kicking me in the butt. But I was gonna tell you this, but I was looking to get back into that, and I was hoping.
Wow! Breaking news, everyone. Yeah. Okay. Well, then there you go.
Yeah. So hopefully I'll be able to dabble into that.
Okay.
But on this, let me just say before this.
Farewell, yes.
Yeah. I mean, thank you to all the listeners. Thank you for tolerating this transition. I know I'm no Kavit the Catalyst. So again, I thank you, and I thank you, DJ Zack, Morse, for having me and for believing in me, and I thank you for this wonderful opportunity to meet all these great people and to talk stories.
Yay, Jaylene.
Yes, you're very welcome, because you're doing a great job and doing better each and every time, and it's only going to go up from here, so be great. Yes, thank you very much for being a part of this.
Thank you.
Yes.
And with that, let me just say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, or if you're not religious, Happy Holidays.
Okay, that was so PC. Just say Merry Christmas. I mean, come on.
I have to say for anyone who might be listening, I don't want to offend anybody.
Well, we are big in Africa, so don't forget that Kwanzaa, don't forget that Congo, we're big in Congo, Zimbabwe, we really are.
International, thank you.
People do, listen, I see the stats. Okay, yes. Yeah, I told you this, right?
No, you didn't.
We're big in Africa, so we gotta play off your half, right? So we gotta play off that. Just saying. All right, let's get out of here, then we'll see you next week. Sleep time's over. Jaylene, we out of here.